how to pronounce the name of every operator currently existing in Arknights Endfield and what they mean. Let's go. First off, we have Akekuri. This name seems to originate from the Japanese language. However, apparently her name in the Japanese translation is written using katakana. This essentially means that it has no inherent meaning. But if we look at the Chinese translation of her name, we will see that it is read as Tiaoli. And the cool thing is, these hanzi can be read directly in Japanese as the kanji Aki, which means autumn, and Kuri, which means chestnut. So Akekuri's name basically means autumn chestnut. Next off, we have Aliesh. Initially, I wasn't sure where this name came from, but upon further research, it appears to be from Russian. This seems to be confirmed by looking at the Chinese translation of his name, which is read as Aliesh. The second hanzi, Lie, aligns with the palatalization of the L sound in the Russian version of the name. The name Aliesh is a diminutive form of Alexander, which itself comes from the ancient Greek name Alexandros, which means something like defender of men. Next, we have the lizard guy, Antal. The only thing I've found regarding the origin of this name is that it is from the Hungarian language and is the Hungarian form of the name Antonius. This name has its own history belonging to an important clan in ancient Rome, from which the prominent Marcus Antonius, husband of Cleopatra, originated. And now we finally come to our first name, whose pronunciation is very obvious, and that is because this name originates from English. Arklight. I mean, it's literally arc and light. What is there to decipher here? Next, Ardelia, another easy name. The only meaning I can think of for this one is because of the character Ardelia is based on from the original Arknights, Eyjafjalla. Her real name is Adele Naumann, and like Adele Ardelia? Aviwena. Okay, this one. I generally have no idea where this is from. This person read it seems to think it sounds kind of Polish, apparently. There is no letter V in the Polish alphabet, however, so I think we just pronounce this one as Aviwena. Catcher, another English name, quite obvious meaning too. Next, we have our first Chinese name, Chen Qianyu. Chen is a Chinese surname. Qian is a word that means thousand, and Yu means something like language or speech. The meanings of these Chinese names are going to be pretty easy to figure out because each hanzi carries inherent meaning. Next up, we have the bear. Da Pan, the first hanzi means big, which I guess describes him pretty accurately. Pan is just another surname, but apparently it can also mean water in which rice has been washed, or kitchen scraps. I'm guessing they didn't intend the latter two definitions to be used as part of his name, did they? Ember, another name originating from English, and again with an obvious meaning. Cool. Then we have the administrator. So for this one, I think it's pretty obvious once again what the name is supposed to be. I mean, it's the administrator of Enfield Industries. Estella. This name is a pretty interesting one. Estella is derived from the French name Estelle, which itself is derived from the name Stella, which originates from the Latin word for star. Next is fluorite. Her name seems to be derived from the mineral fluorite, which forms these cool crystals. The name of the mineral is in turn derived from the Latin word fluere, which means to flow. Interestingly, the mineral fluorite is the reason the word fluorescence exists, because apparently some fluorite is actually fluorescent, and somehow one of the elements that makes up fluorite, fluorine, is named after fluorite as well. Gilbertse. Alright, this name sounds pretty Germanic, and it kinda is. The name Gilbert, from which Gilbertse seems to be derived, originates from Norman French, which acquired it from Germanic roots. It may mean something like bright shaft of an arrow, or maybe bright pledge. Sometimes these names don't make too much sense. Next we have Levatein. Now this one is very interesting. It originates from Old Norse and was actually spelled like this, Levatein. It was apparently a weapon crafted by the Norse god Loki, but no one quite knows what type of weapon exactly. However, I'm not sure if they intended this to actually be an Old Norse name or an Icelandic name, as with the base Arknights Eyjafjalla. In Icelandic, this would be pronounced as Levatein. Last right, another self-explanatory English name, Li Feng. This one is from Chinese again. Li can mean black or dark or many, and Feng means wind. So Li Feng's name means something like dark wind or many winds. Next we have Perlica. Okay, so this one is actually a word in Polish, but I don't think that's what Perlica's name is supposed to be, since it would be pronounced Perlica in Polish, and this word refers to a type of guinea fowl. So I think this one saves as Perlica. Pograniecznik. This one is from Russian, and it's simply the Russian word for border guard. Note that the letter O is pronounced as A, because the letter O in Russian is only pronounced as O when it is stressed, and in this case, it is not indeed stressed. One more time. Pograniecznik. Next, Snowshine. This one is from English and is once again self-explanatory. Wolfgat. This name sounds quite Germanic, and upon research, it does exist in the form of Wolfga, which means wolf spear. Next, Zaihi. This one doesn't seem to originate from anywhere specific. It's pronounced as Saixi in Chinese, and the hanzi means something like to compete or to surpass, and to hope or to admire. Meanwhile, the Japanese pronunciation is Zaihi, without any inherent meaning. Finally, we have Yvonne. This is a French name which originates from the words for yew or tree or archer. And that's basically it. Do subscribe if you like videos like this, and I will be seeing you soon.